Hi class. Tonight our lesson is on expressions 2-4. It's found in swun 2-4. And remember, an expression is just a problem without an answer. So our objective tonight is I will write and evaluate or solve expressions. So again, by the end of tonight's video, we're going to want to be able to write and evaluate expressions. We're going to be given a word problem, and we're going to want to write our expression and then just solve it. We have no new vocab. We have a short steps tonight. We have 3 of them. Our first step is read and make sense of the word problem. And again, I'm writing in green, so if you do not have a pencil out, go get your pencil out. We are writing whenever I'm writing in green. Whenever it's red, you're pausing. Step number 2, write an expression making it clear what needs to be done first by using parentheses. And I'm just going to use the parenthesis sign. And step 3 is evaluate or solve. So here are 3 steps. Step 1, make sense of the problem. Step 2, write an expression, making it clear what needs to be done first using parentheses, and then we're going to solve using our PEMDAS steps. Okay, I'm getting out my red pen, so you are pausing, you are watching. Our problem says Danny bought 4 red handballs and 3 yellow handballs. Each ball cost $5. How much money did Danny spend? I'm going to go back to my steps. Step number 1 says read and make sense of the problem. Okay, so I'm going to just figure this out. Some people like to use their fingers to figure it out. I actually kind of like to draw because I'm a visual learner too. So I see that he has 4 red handballs. He has 3 yellow handballs, and each ball costs $5. So I like to underline and circle important information. If I had a highlighter, I'd like to use that too. Okay, so, and now I'm going to draw it out. You don't need to draw it out. You just need whatever makes sense to you. 4 red handballs. So he has 1 red, 2 red, 3 red, 4 red. So there, he has 4 red handballs, and he has 3 yellow. So yellow, yellow, yellow. Here are the handballs, and each one of them costs $5. So this one is $5. 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 And this one is $5. Okay, so now I kind of have an idea of how much he's going to spend, because 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 will give me my total. So I have a visual now. So I have done step 1. I read and made sense of that word problem. Step 2, I need to write an expression, making it clear what needs to be done first. So first, I need to figure out how many total handballs he got, because I see that he got red ones and I see that he got yellow ones, but how many did he get total? So I'm going to do 4 plus 3. 4 of the red plus 3 of the yellow. And then I need to use my parentheses to show that that step goes first. And then I know that each ball costs $5, so I can just multiply it by 5. And then my next step says evaluate or solve. So again, it's a PEMDAS problem, so I need to write PEMDAS on top. And again, M or D. So we do parentheses, then exponents. Then we do multiplication or division. Then we move on to addition or subtraction, left to right. That's why we circle those two. So I'm looking, and I have parentheses, so I'm going to make my caret and solve. 4 plus 3 is 7. I'm going to rewrite what I have left over, times 5. I don't have any exponents. I have multiplication. I'm going to make my caret. I'm going to solve. 7 times 5 is 35. So Danny spent spent $35. Here's my answer. I really like seeing these complete sentences because it really makes me go back to the question and answer it. What is this question asking me? I need to make sure I'm answering what it's asking. So if I have a sentence to go along with it, it makes my answer just a little bit better. Okay, our next example, I still have a red pen. It says Cleveland wants to buy 4 sets of skateboard wheels, and I'm just going to underline that right now, and 2 packages of curb wax. Each item costs $7. So again, each of those has the same cost of $7. How much will he spend? So here's a skateboard wheel. Here's a skateboard wheel set. I have 4 of them. And then he has 2 packages of curb wax. So curb wax, curb wax. And then again, each of this one's $7, this one's $7, this one's $7, $7, $7, and $7. So I just did step number 1. I made sense of the word problem. Step 2, write an expression making it clear what needs to be done first using parentheses. So in order to find out the total, because the question is asking how much will he spend, I need to first find out how many items there are. They each cost $7, but I need to know how much there are total. So I have 4 plus 2 in parentheses, and then because each one is $7, I can multiply it by 7. PEMDAS problem, so I write PEMDAS on top. And then again, my third step is just to solve. So I'm going to solve using PEMDAS. So parentheses, 4 times 2 is 6. Rewrite whatever's left over times 7. No exponents. There is multiplication. 6 times 7 is 42. And then this is asking how much will he spend? Cleveland will spend $42. So Cleveland will spend $42. Okay, I'm pulling out my green pen. Green pen, so that means you have your pencil. You are copying along with me now. This one says Juan has 5 shelves with 10 books on each shelf. So again, I'm doing step number 1, which is read and make sense. So I like to make sense as I'm reading. Juan has 5 shelves with 10 books on each shelf. He buys 4 more books. How many books does he have now? Again, I like to draw, so I'm going to draw those 5 shelves. So here's my bookshelf. So here's on shelf number 1, I have 10 books. Shelf number 2, I have 10 books. Shelf number 3, I have 10 books. Shelf number 4, I have 10 books. Shelf number 5, I have 10 books. And then he buys 4 more books. So then here's an additional 4 that we need to go. We need to put those on the bookshelf somewhere after. Okay, step number 2 says write an expression making it clear what needs to be done first. So first I need to figure out how many books are on the bookshelf. So I see 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10, but I think there's an easier way to do that besides adding 10 5 times. I can do 5 times 10, and I'm going to put that in parentheses, and then he gets 4 more, so I'm going to add 4. My next step says to evaluate or solve, so I'm going to use PEMDAS. The M and D to go together, the A and S go together, so I'm going to do the parentheses. So 5 times 10 is 50, 50, and then whatever's left over plus 4. Now I don't have any exponents, I don't have any multiplication, I don't have any division, but I do have addition, so I'm going to solve. 50 plus 4 is 54. How many books does he have now? Juan has 54 books. Okay, Question number 2. Serena has 4 birds and her friend Josephine has 3 birds. So Serena has 4, Josephine has 3. If each bird costs $2, what is the value of the birds? So step number 1 is read and make sense of the board problem. We kind of did that. I'm going to draw. Here's Serena's bird. She has 1, 2, 3, 4. And now here, Josephine's bird. 1, 2, 3. And then each one is $2. So this one's $2. This one's $2. $2. $2. $2. $2 and $2. Okay, so I've read and I made sense of the problem. Now I need to write an expression, making it clear what needs to be done. First, using parentheses. So I first need to find out the total number of birds. Doesn't matter if they're Serena's birds or Josephine's birds. I need to know how many there are total. So Serena has 4, Josephine has 3, so I'm going to add them together. That's step number 1, so I put it in parentheses. And each one costs $2, so I'm going to multiply that by 2. So I have my expression written. Step number 3 says I need to evaluate or solve it. So I'm going to use PEMDAS. Step number 1 is parentheses, so I find whatever's in parentheses. 4 plus 3, 7. Rewrite whatever's left over times 2. I don't have any exponents. I do have multiplication, so I'm going to multiply. 7 times 2 is 14. The question is asking, what is the value of the birds? The value of the birds is $14. And we are done. Okay, as you're looking at your next page, you have 4 problems. Make sure you are filling in as best as you can. You're doing those 3 steps for each, and then you're rating your understanding. Are you a 1, 2, 3, or 4? Have a wonderful evening.